XRP will be leveraged on Flare to generate yield for a publicly traded company. I'll give you all the details. And the Senate moves the stablecoin bill forward. I'll give you the breakdown of the votes. And Bank of America confirms they are building a stablecoin for themselves and a collective stablecoin with all the major banks. I'll break it down. Let's get into it. Hey everybody, welcome into the Thinking Crypto podcast. I'm your host, Tony Edward. On your way in, please hit that subscribe button as well as the thumbs up button and leave a comment below. If you're listening on a podcast platform such as Spotify or Apple, please leave a 5-star rating and review. Folks, I want to give you some macro updates. And first is President Trump today confirmed that the United States and China have made a deal as it relates to tariffs. So you may say, why am I sharing this with you? Well, the macro uncertainty that has been affecting markets has been put to bed. This is finally at a resolution. It means there's no longer a dark cloud of uncertainty that could hold back investors, whether it be institutional or retail. So this is very good, folks. We saw what this did to the markets back in March and April, of course. So with this out of the way, it means markets have the clear runway to continue the bull market. And we got CPI numbers today with them coming in below expectations. So this is very good. Inflation continues to fall. So does it mean the Fed will start cutting rates? Not necessarily, but we'll have to wait and see. But similar to the tariff situation, it just removes uncertainty. It shows we're on the path to lower inflation. That's very good for consumer confidence as it relates to buying and investing. So I hope you see why these things are important, because they do affect the macro. And today, Paul Tudor Jones, billionaire Paul Tudor Jones, who famously said that Bitcoin and crypto are the fastest horse in the asset race, he was back on TV again. And I tweeted out, this is a signal. When you see Larry Fink and Paul Tudor Jones and guys of this caliber start going on TV talking about Bitcoin, talking their books, that's very bullish. It means a rally is coming. So the table is being set here for something big. Now, some more bullish news here. Bank of America's CEO confirms that the bank is developing a stablecoin both independently and in collaboration with the industry partners. Back in February, he said they are going to possibly do a stablecoin based on if Congress is able to get legislation through. Now, all of a sudden, he said they're working on it. I told you guys, everybody's going to get involved. All the banks, they're all going to capitulate. And if they don't, they're going to have their blockbuster moment. But the other key factor here, he's confirming the rumors we heard about a week and a half ago of major industry banks such as JP Morgan, Bank of America, and much more building a unified stablecoin. And I told you guys, I even tweeted out about it. I said, that is the CBDC. Different face, different name. It's not coming directly from the Fed. But if it's a conglomerate stablecoin and all these banks are plugged into the Treasury and Fed, what do you think it is? So you got to watch out for these things, right? It's a bit of a switcheroo here. So let's see how this plays out. I don't plan to use this unified stablecoin. Let's see what they do with it. Maybe it's not for retail. Maybe it's wholesale. It operates behind the scenes. But let's see, folks. But nevertheless, bullish news. All roads lead to blockchain and crypto, folks. Incredible stuff. Now, the U.S. Senate has voted to move forward the stablecoin bill. This is the Genius Act. So this is another hurdle that has been crossed, and the yays were 68, the nays were 30. So we have bipartisan support here. Things are moving ahead. We need, of course, the final vote to get this through, and then it goes to President Trump for signature to become law. So really big progress here, guys. We're seeing a lot of progress. Yesterday, we saw progress with the Clarity Act, which is the market structure bill in the House. So all of these things could lead to the culmination of a blow off top. Let's see, right? Maybe the legislation being passed is that ultimate buy the rumor, sell the news event, along with ETFs being approved for altcoins. I'm not saying that's a guarantee. I'm just saying it's things you need to think about as an investor, right? Thinking about different scenarios and much more. Folks, quick word from our sponsor, and that is Privy. Privy is leading the charge with putting real estate on chain. I've been a pro token holder since 2018. I discovered this project and I saw they were looking to disrupt the real estate asset class, and that's the biggest asset class, of course. And I recognized they were ahead of the curve. No one else was competing here. And you can buy and sell properties on Privy for crypto. Their platform is powered by blockchain. They're a leader in the Web3 space. They've been doing this since 2017. They've facilitated over $4 billion in transactions. They have Coinbase doing their crypto escrow for the buying and selling of properties. They have put deeds on chain, and they've created NFTs for properties and much more. Folks, we see where the puck is heading here, and we want to skate to that. So if real estate is going to be tokenized, Privy is going to be the leader here. So check them out, guys. Links will be in the description. Now, if you are an XRP holder, this is very bullish news. Vivo Power to deploy $100 million in XRP on Flare, add the Ripple USD stablecoin for treasury operations. So we heard not too long ago, about a month ago, that Vivo Power was going to adopt XRP as a treasury reserve asset, like other companies have been doing with Bitcoin and some with ETH. Now they're expanding this. And this is key, folks. It's very bullish. Let me give you the details and I'll explain the implications. So NASDAQ listed Vivo Power International, they're a publicly traded company, said it plans to deploy $100 million worth of XRP tokens through Flare's blockchain to generate yield. The firm is part of a growing trend of public companies raising funds to add cryptocurrencies to their corporate treasuries, a playbook popularized by Strategy. The company said it will also adopt Ripple's RLUSD stablecoin as part of its treasury operation. Multiple takeaways here. Yield, as I've been telling you guys, is so important. That passive income is so important for institutional investors. If you caught my interview with Nick of Blueprint Finance, we literally talk about this. The man said, look, these institutions, they want to hold the assets and they're going to have a long-term outlook. But while they're holding it, they can earn yield. So the fact that XRP has an avenue to do this via Flare is huge. It will attract more institutional investors. So that is a big adoption sell point for them, a big use case, right? To go and tell these institutions, hey, hold XRP, but we don't offer staking, obviously. We're not a proof of stake blockchain, but put it on Flare, the DeFi protocol, and earn the yield. And in addition, the company is going to use Ripple stablecoin. Huge adoption news here for Ripple, XRP, and Flare. I hold both XRP and Flare, the FLR token. I'm very bullish on both, and I'm looking forward to more gains this market, folks. So the folks at Flare tweeted out about this, and they said Ripple and the XRP Ledger built the enterprise-grade foundation. Flare now adds the DeFi layer, F assets, Firelight, and compliant yield. Really great stuff. Vivo Power also tweeted out this, showing their CEO and Hugo Filion of Flare signing the partnership contract. So really big news here, folks. Now, speaking of XRP, the folks at Ondo Finance highlighted that they're bringing real-world tokenized assets on the XRP Ledger. We had some level of a news announcement around this about a month ago, but now we're getting more details. So Ben Grossman of Ondo said, Ondo is bringing RWAs to the XRP Ledger. OUSG, our tokenized fund with $700 million in TVL, is now live on the XRP Ledger and seamlessly convertible with Ripple's RLUSD stablecoin. I tell you, the XRP Ripple haters are going to be crying so hard right now because Ripple has the clear runway, as I've been telling you guys, with the SEC lawsuit pretty much done. I know Judge Torres has to do the paperwork, but the market already sees the SEC has capitulated. They're not hunting Ripple. They've backed off, and Judge Torres, they'll figure out the paperwork down the line. So institutions like, okay, XRP is not intrinsically a security. Ripple's not under any major lawsuits. The SEC is not hunting them. There is absolutely less risk here, right? So they're going to go all in. So really great to see that the XRP Ledger is getting adoption on multiple fronts. Very bullish news. Haters are in shambles. And but folks, we're not here for our emotions. We're here for real world adoption to get into key projects that are getting adoption by real companies and take our bets, right? Not everything's going to be a winner, but we want to look for things like this. Definitely have building, adoption, and much more. So I'm very bullish on XRP. Now, look at this news, folks. Stripe has acquired Privy. Now, you may say, what the hell is Privy? So Privy is a wallet infrastructure for winning teams, they said here, powering 50 million plus accounts, securing billions in volume. Embed crypto rails into your product seamlessly with one API. Massive acquisition by Stripe. And this was, of course, not their first. Remember, they acquired stablecoin platform Bridge, right? And they did it for $1.1 billion. So see what Stripe is doing here? They got the stablecoin infrastructure. Now they're getting the wallet infrastructure. Folks, please have the macro outlook on this market. Don't just focus on price. Price is important. It's my number one. Absolutely. I'm here to make money, like I've said a million times. But there's a path to it, right? There are steps to get to the higher prices, and adoption and building from legacy companies, TradFi companies, is going to help drive the valuation of these blockchains higher, and of course their native tokens. And of course, we got to keep in mind all markets are affected by the macro. So as I started the podcast talking about inflation, CPI, and of course the tariff situation, right? So with those things cleared out of the way, it's going to help this bull market to continue. But just a huge acquisition here. Let me give you some details from a Bloomberg report. So Stripe Incorporated has agreed to acquire Privy, a crypto wallet provider that helps companies build crypto wallets into their user experiences. Privy's technology allows for seamless crypto transactions, eliminating the need for users to create external wallets and link them to their accounts, thereby reducing friction and barriers to entry into the crypto universe. The acquisition is part of Stripe's strategy to become the go-to vendor for clients interested in adding support for or launching their own crypto products, following its recent acquisition of stablecoin infrastructure firm Bridge. Incredible stuff, folks. I hope you're as bullish as I am. Folks, let me know what you think about this news. Leave your thoughts and comments below. Hit that thumbs up button. And folks, a great way you can support me in the podcast if you appreciate the content is to subscribe to my free email newsletter. It's 100% free. It's on Substack. Check out my book on Amazon. It's available in paperback and digital. And my course at mycryptocourse.com. This is a comprehensive course that teaches you every aspect of crypto. So check it out. All the links in the description. Folks, thank you so much for watching and listening. I appreciate you all. And I'll talk to you all later.